The Big Dog Postgame Show is brought to you by Viener X Consulting. We make your company work. And by Rick Jacklich, the big dog himself, at the Jacklich Law Group.
Good evening from Xfinity Center. Maryland 95, the Mount 90 in overtime. This is the Big Dog Postgame Show. I'm Wayne Viener. That's Bruce Posner. We're here from Jordan and Ahmed later today as they went to Blake High School to watch Baba commit. Hot diggity dog, as you said, Bruce.
Hot diggity dog. What a performance by number 41, Diggy Coat. It was incredible. But the whole team, first of all, you got to give all props to the world of Mount St. Mary's for the way they played.
As Mark Turgeon would have said, they were terrific tonight.
They were terrific. It took everything Maryland had to win. They had to nail 2 threes down the wire to get the tie. But Diggy Coit, 41 points, ties Gravis for the third highest single game scoring. But Wayne, go over the stats because there's so much more to talk about here, especially Darius Adams.
Darius Adams, 17 to 21 from the line. Surprisingly, only scores 19 points. But what a consistent performance when Maryland needed some stabilizing. But it was the Diggy show. I mean, you got a little more out of Saunders today. You got a few shots out of Watts. Mills steps up. But it's the Diggy show.
Yeah.
I mean,
Diggy Coit wastes no time. Coit pulls up.
.41, 11 of 17 from overall, but 8 of 10 from 3, 11 for 11 from the line. Just a fantastic game. And then on the other side, Keys with the 22, and McKeldin. Was it McKeldin?
45.
Or was Lipscomb? Who went 4 of 6 from 3, but for a while, Keys, 7-11 from 3 was unstoppable.
He was 7 for 8 from the three-point line, and me and Wayne are losing our minds.
Well, Bruce was.
Well, I was. Then he kept getting the shot. But it's the same thing with Diggy Coit. The two guys couldn't be stopped. It was like one-on-one in a matchup of tremendous guards. And I have to tell you something, could not have been a more exciting game. I wish all the non-con games were like this. We thought it'd be a walkover. Maryland was a 20-point favorite, but it was anything but. But there's more bigger news than this game today, Wayne. You break it to everybody.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows.
Well, they might not know. Go ahead.
That Baba, the 5-star commit that Maryland was chasing, along with Arkansas and Georgetown, around 7:30 Eastern time. It came down to Georgetown and Maryland. He pulls out the Maryland hat, and I'm sure we have video of that here. And he's a Terp, and that gives 2 5-stars for this team. For next year, you've got Baba. You've got Darius Adams, who's playing now, and it's Maryland's highest recruiting class overall for next year since 2003. I mean, Buzz is getting the job done.
With that being said, I'll be committed to the University of Maryland.
I'm telling you, this game was so good tonight. I almost forgot about Baba Oladotun. I think that's how you say it. But I've watched film on him. Go to YouTube. Watch his experience at the University of Maryland. But the rumors are is that our guy, Kevin Plank from Under Armour, stepped up, and gave him the money that was needed to get him, Wayne.
Well,
we don't know that to be a fact.
We don't know it to be a fact, but with Steph Curry leaving, they need a face of basketball. They've got Adams. They're going to have Baba, 2 5-star recruits right here in the heart of Under Armour country. I think it was important for the brand and important for the school to deliver the local talent, because this is your local guy. The knock so far on Buzz is that, yeah, he's got great players, but they're from everywhere. And he's got a great staff, but they're from everywhere but here. Now you've got the #1 guy in the DMV coming to Maryland. It's something I think you had to do. You're building a brand. They're going to look for a transfer center, but all the other parts are there. Maybe it's the return of the Crab 5. We'll have to wait till next year. But right now, this year is exciting enough. We're going to take a break here. Thanks to the big dog himself, Rick Jacklich, and to Viener X, your enterprise technology management source. All great Terp fans. We'll be back in College Park in a moment. Maryland in overtime, 95-90.
Viener X is the new face of Viener Forgate.
Since 1991, Viener X has made your company work. Enterprise technology management delivers measurable value and real growth for our customers.
From technology planning to project execution, Viener X turns IT into a growth engine, helping you save time, control costs, and drive profits.
And we never forget, it's people first. Technology only matters when it empowers the user.
Viener X, enterprise technology, human first.
All right, we're going to take our trip over to Blake High School in Silver Spring, talk to Jordan, hopefully Ahmed, and then we'll be right back here to talk about what's next in basketball. And then Michigan comes in for football on Saturday. It's a big Terp week. Jordan, take it away.
Welcome to the Terp Talk and Inside the Black and Gold, post-commitment show. My name is Jordan Viener, joined by Ahmed Ghafir. Ahmed, the second highest rated Maryland commit in 247 composite history. It's a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. A monumental win for Maryland. Obviously, Baba coming out saying that he committed to Maryland over Georgetown. Kentucky and Arkansas rounded out that top group. Obviously, a huge win for Buzz Williams and company, landing the first DMV prospect for Buzz Williams and co. And obviously, it's coming from a top 10 prospect. Again, for going head-to-head with the competitors versus landing an impact recruit in a short amount of span. Definitely, like you said, monumental win.
Obviously, we don't know. We're not in the room with the family. But it seemed like this recruitment had a lot of twists and turns. I mean, Arkansas looked like the winner, then Georgetown, Terps come out on top. Have any insight as to what went on there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, once he set a commitment date, the buzz kind of pointed to Maryland and Arkansas, kind of being the two front runners. Arkansas had a lot of momentum, had a lot of public buzz coming out of that late October official visit. It was kind of perceived that everyone else was kind of chasing the Razorbacks and head coach John Calipari. Kentucky was another school who was doing well early on in his recruitment, hosted him the week before. Baba and his family went down to Arkansas. But like you said, coming down to a week away, there was steady confidence that Maryland was going to be able to get this done. Obviously, going head to head with Georgetown, Baba coming out and saying that in the end it was Maryland and Georgetown, and it seemed like that was the chatter over the last 36, 48 hours. But again, I think for Maryland holding off on Arkansas, the buzz consistently was that Maryland was competitive from an NIL perspective. So again, it seems like Maryland really laid it all out there. And Baba's dad mentioned that he met with Georgetown head coach Ed Cooley on Monday, head coach Buzz Williams and his staff on Tuesday, one meeting, and that sealed it. So like you said, Jordan, a monumental win.
That was great. Thanks for doing that. Yes, the future of Maryland basketball is great. It's on the rise. And now the Terps take off for Las Vegas, one of your favorite places. So what awaits them, Bruce, in Las Vegas?
Well, they got a nice, easy game against UNLV in Las Vegas, midnight on Monday night. And then they follow it up less than 24 hours later with a very easy game against Gonzaga. What a schedule they have put together this year. And supposedly there's another game on Thursday.
I think it's Wednesday.
So we'll see. We're not exactly too deep right now. Rumors have it maybe Pharrell Payne is back. I can't believe it after the fall that he took, but we missed him tonight. There's no doubt about it.
Sure.
All right, he is the big guy to rebound. Although Saunders played great, okay, but you missed Pharrell. His presence, he is the glue guy on this team. Although Dickey Coit fans might put up a little argument against that, and Darius Adams fans as well.
Well, Darius Adams, still not a very smooth, it's sort of a mechanical game, but boy, they get him to the line. He gets to the basket. He's
17
drawing the
foul
foul.
shots.
Yeah. 17 of 21.
Yeah, 17
not bad.
of 21. look, everybody contributed, and I think Mount St. Mary's just finally, they just exhausted themselves out.
The types of shots they were making, I sat here and I told you can't make those all night.
Just about did.
They did. Made them for 43 minutes. It kept them in the game. It took a hell of a comeback for Maryland, but now you look at a week where Loxley recommits to being a Terp, or the university recommits to Loxley. Zion Ely, the number one football recruit we have, still coming to Maryland. The number one basketball targets coming to Maryland. Maryland goes to Marquette and wins this great game in overtime, has Michigan, and Saturday the soccer team probably looks like they're going to play Carolina in the NCAA tournament here on Sunday. Then you follow it up with going to Las Vegas. It's a heck of a Maryland week. Yeah. A lot of news.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, when we did Terp Talk tonight, I was hitting 20 minutes, and I had to stop because you have to go to a break. And there's so much to talk about with Maryland. And of course, the women have their tournament in Puerto Rico. But tonight belongs to the men because of the signing of the letter of intent by Baba, and the whole arena was chanting Baba. It was really electric here. This was a non-conference game that normally might draw 2,000 or 3,000 people, no matter what they announced. But tonight, 7, 8 were here.
I don't know about that, but whoever didn't come missed a hell of a game.
You missed it. Don't miss this team.
Look, when Maryland was up like 43-30, and we were like,
it's over.
It's over. And all of a sudden, Mount put on a 20-minute barrage that looked like an NCAA tournament game. This looks like the higher seed, and you play like Stephen F. Austin, and they make every shot. They were shooting better than 50% from three, and that's what it would have taken to win the game. They came just short of shooting better than 50% from three. What an effort they put out. You probably can't top this, but we'll be back on Saturday after football and see if we can top this, Bruce.
Boy, that would be great if we could pull the upset over Michigan. I'm sure it'll be a near sellout crowd. And Wayne, who knows? We're due for a win. We're due for an upset. We're due for a big win. He still has a chance. If you win the last 2 games, you get to a bowl. And I think everybody would be happy with that. But he's here to stay. And there's a lot of reasons. We talked about it on Terp Talk. You talked about it. The kids have talked about it on their podcast. It's just financially, it doesn't make any sense to make a move.
Not right now.
Not when NIL is involved. NIL is so important. Names, image, and likeness, paying the players. They've got the money to pay them for next year. We got 4 great guys coming back. We'll worry about that later, but tonight belongs to basketball.
It does. And for those of you wondering what Bruce is talking about, if you haven't listened on the radio, and those shows are posted on Terp Talk every once in a while, 1300 The Bet. We've got Terp Talk on Wednesdays. You've got the Sports Maven on Saturday morning. Give that a listen. Of course, the kids with the podcast, the very famous podcast, will wait for Mason's rant after the Michigan football game. I'm sure it'll be a classic. But for now, we'll take it. Maryland 95-90 over the Mount. We will see you on Saturday from CQ Stadium. Good evening.